If you're serious about learning English, you want to be effective in your learning. You want to get better and better, right? Most English learners, if they're honest, feel like their English learning is not very effective. Today, we're going to learn about some of the sources of this problem. Learning any language is no simple task. English is no exception. It takes a lot of time and effort as it is. But if your learning is not effective, it will be even more difficult, if not impossible. Today, we're going to discuss 3 lacks that hinder English learning. A lack means that you don't have enough of something, which causes a problem. For example, in hot weather, it is easy to dehydrate from lack of water. A lack of exercise can cause many health problems. The following lacks cause English learning to be ineffective. Each of them starts with a C. Number 1, lack of consistency. Language needs to be used and practiced often in order to be used effectively. There is an English saying that goes, use it or lose it. This is often used to describe muscles, but it can also be used in learning English. An English class once a week or a short-term cram school is not consistent English learning. It could be part of a plan, but it can't be the only thing. Unless you live in an English-speaking country, such as the US, UK, Australia, etc., you won't be in an English environment in your daily life. But it is that language environment that is crucial for effective learning and fluency. For example, if you have a 1-hour English class each week and you don't do any preparation for it, that means that you are learning English for a total of 1 out of 168 hours per week, which is about 0.6%. That is not going to allow you to learn English effectively. 2, lack of courage. No one is good at speaking a language when they first start out, and no one is a perfectly fluent English speaker, ever. I've been speaking English all my life, and I still make mistakes. What is the main reason English learners don't speak out? Because they're afraid to make mistakes. So what? Speaking correctly is a process of trying and adjusting based on feedback, whether it is correcting pronunciation, grammar, or getting the meaning of a whole sentence. If you don't speak out or write to someone, you won't know if you're right or wrong, and you'll never be able to get better. Because the main purpose of language is communication, if you lack courage to speak out, that basically cuts off communication and renders your language learning useless. 3, lack of curiosity. If you are curious and interested about something, you will spend time and energy on it, trying to figure out everything you can about it. You can look up some information online or talk to a knowledgeable person about the topic. Asking questions is important. So why is it that the typical Taiwanese English class is so quiet? What I mean is, when the teacher asks the class, do you have any questions on this topic? Why is it that nobody asks questions? It is true that it could be partly due to what we mentioned in number 2, lack of courage. Students don't want to be seen as not knowing the answers by their peers. but I think it also has to do with a lack of curiosity. Students just aren't that interested in the topic. Unfortunately, with this kind of attitude, English learning won't go very far. These are 3 hindrances to effective English learning. Do you have trouble with any of these? Let me know in the comments, if you dare. I hope this video was helpful to you, even if you keep that a secret. But I would love to know what you think. That would be helpful to me. Thanks for watching.